Alrighty, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a great series here ready for us tonight. We will see LVC Rocket League taking on Northern Virginia Community College. This won't be the first time one of our teams will see Nova, but this will be the first of the week. Tomorrow we'll see Rainbow Six take them on, but that's a different matchup for a different time. So here we will see Rocket League, who's currently seated at first place in the NECC Challengers Central Atlantic Conference. They managed to go undefeated in the regular season, and that put them in first place. Nova, they're sitting over in fourth, or at least at the fourth seed. I'm not 100% sure what their record was, but they were pretty close to even, if not they were like one above even. And they took down UMW last week to get their spot into the semifinal here with LVC. We saw this series earlier in the season, of course, as that's how pretty much every collegiate league works. You play in a season, you play a round robin of your entire division, and then you go into a playoff to determine who the conference champion is. And in this one, it is no different. On the other side of the bracket, though, looking outside of this game here, we have West Virginia University Gold against RMU Blue. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 seed for the semifinals. Basically the results you were expecting. LVC took a 3-1 over Concord on Friday. Actually, I think they played that one on Thursday. And they punched their ticket here to the semifinals. And for Nova, they took a 3-1 over UMW, Team 1. On the other side of that bracket, it was West Virginia taking on Edinburgh. They 3-0'd there, and RMU 3-1'd Waynesburg. And we should have a very good final here when we get to it next week. Regardless of who's in it, these four teams are very, very close in skill level. We've seen how close these games have been with a lot of these teams. But, of course, at least if you're here in our chat, you're likely a fan of LVC. Want to see them make it to the third straight final in NECC. They could go for the three-peat here. They managed to take this series and take the final against whoever they would play there. But, of course, they have to make it there first, and in order to do that, they have to go through Northern Virginia Community College.
How's it going, Harold? I don't know if you can hear me or not.
No, you can. How are you doing today, Dylan?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I can't hear you, just so you know.
Oh, you can't?
There's no audio coming through the headphones. So.
Oh, well. Oh, I have your headphone muted. That's why.
There we go. I can hear you now.
Yeah, there you go.
How's it going?
I don't know. What are you guys waiting for?
There was only one sweep, and it was WVU. Everyone else
yes.
was a 3-1 game.
And
nice.
That's what I kind of expected WVU. I expected you guys to sweep, but, WVU, they're really good, too, so yep. I expected them to sweep. RMU was interesting, too.
Yeah, I think when we beat Nova earlier in the season, it was either in 4 or 5. I know we didn't sweep them, so
yeah.
Did we? I have no clue.
I'm really excited though for these next two matches. Regardless of who makes it to the final, I think it'll be a really good one either way. It could be any four of these teams. I think the skill level is relatively close, I would say, especially in that top 3.
RMU, they're a very odd bunch. When we played them, it was so weird. We were playing really bad, but they were playing awkward.
They're joining, Dylan.
But all right, I guess I got to go play.
All right, good luck. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard it here first, the game is getting ready to start, and here we go. We will fix the overlay in just a second here. Let me get this going here. Oh, I know what I did. I forgot. Hold on. I'm sorry. I will cast in just a second. Let me hit this up real quick. There we go. As it'll be Seamertz to get the first goal of the series. And it'll be Nova taking an early lead. You can see the players of LVC not too concerned with it, at least at the current moment in time. But we will get right into it here. Just 15 seconds in, it'll be Nova taking the lead, but ultimately still a lot of time left. As Frenchie sends it downfield off the backboard. It's actually going to be put off to the ceiling. Seamert's going to look to get a double off the wall. Frenchie looking to find someone in the midfield. Faithful a bit too quick on the touch. So now LVC have to scramble back and get defense. Also, as you can see here on the scoreboard, that is not a mistake. It is a best of 7. Typically in NECC, you would see these semifinal matches be best of 5, but they changed it this semester to be best of 7. Very good save there from Faithful. while he's not going to get credited for it, it was most certainly a save. That was a perfect pass downfield. And that was another perfect pass right to Frenchie. Faithful and Frenchie working together. The counterattack comes in so quickly. Oltor almost gets there somehow, but not quite. And LVC strike back just 30 seconds later. And we have a game on our hands. Demo comes in. Seamart's now on the solo. Can he get the reset? He might not even need it. He doesn't, and he'll leave it for Oltor. And again, Nova gonna capitalize. The aggression early. Seamart's playing very well to kick things off here. And it'll be 2-1 Northern Virginia Community College. Faithful has the ball, but not for very long. And it'll be a pass actually from Frenchie over to Faithful. He'll leave it for Magars. 50 comes in, Frenchie gets it down. Faithful though, still rotating back, so he'll just have to go to the challenge. Not gonna be there. Magars now in a 1v2, 1v3. Frenchie just barely gets that off to the backboard, and the pacing from Nova has been very, very high so far, and that's really giving them an advantage here. LVC having to scramble to get back on defense, and so far, Nova doing a good job of keeping LVC away from the ball. You've seen how their intricate pass plays have been this season, and there's another one there. Faithful almost managed to slot that in. Here comes another rocket of a pass, and the shot gonna be blocked. Whip managed to get that one away, but LVC now putting on an attack, and this is what you expect from them. Intricate passes and solo plays all the while. Though Nova handling it well. Magars at least gets a touch out there, and he'll actually get the second too. We get passed right back to him. LVC have had a few good chances already, but they need to start finding a way to capitalize off of it. They look like the much more collected team here right now, but they are still somewhat panicking a bit on defense. Managed to calm it down since the start, but still a bit off. Magars finds a demo. Faithful tries to pass it back mid, but no one is home, so Magars just has to go for a touch, and now he's just trying to contest. And again, it'll be Faithful back down to Frenchie, but he'll get dunked. So with 2 minutes remaining, Nova has looked very clean so far. Nothing really to complain about. That's the only goal. Actually, yeah, that's just gonna go straight in. I thought that was a bit off the backboard, but no. Now Nova in prime position to take game number one. The demo from Magars isn't enough, and that's just barely going to get on in. Well, there's still 2 minutes left in the game. As I was saying, Nova looking like a very solid team right now. I don't remember the series too well when they played earlier in the season, but I believe it was a 3-1 in favor of LVC. And we've seen a lot of game one drops for LVC and then bounce backs, so definitely not the end of the world if you drop here, especially now that it's a best of 7. Certainly you'd like to go for that clean 4-0 if you could. Faithful sends it mid. Oltor there. Goes right back to Magars. Gets chased out of the way. Whip. Able to get back to the ball in time. And now LVC just trying to get something going offensively here. And that might just be it. Off the backboard, Oltor meets it. He doesn't have a lot of boost, so he's going to have to try and keep up with it. Doesn't grab boost until after the ball's away from him. Seamart's launching it downfield. Now we're just seeing a lot of big touches being made. Frenchie saw a touch off the bottom of his car. Not going to get very far with it. So he'll just have to leave it for Faithful. Bump comes in. Now LVC again have the ball in that orange half, but for how long is that really going to go? Oltor just doing everything he can to waste time and hold on to the ball. Reset for Gwip, not going to use it. Now just 30 seconds left. LVC need to score here and now, but right now it's not looking that way. Nova doing a good job of keeping the ball away. Net is open for just a second, and that's not going to be a save. So with 12 seconds left, there's still hope if you're LVC. Frenchie off the side, or off the corner, manages to leave it faithful. So this isn't out of the picture yet, but you're going to need a good kickoff if you're LVC here. And that might just be it. Faithful with a shot, just a bit too far. Demoed onto the player in net. This could be big, but Altor with a massive clear. That'll give game number 1 to Nova. And LVC go down early. Fantastic game from Nova. Only 1 demo to their name. And it really was just kind of almost a meaningless demo. It didn't, if I remember correctly, it was like in the random midfield play, so didn't really do much for Nova. But ultimately, they don't need it. You can see the shots almost even as well. Actually, they were even. So Nova just getting an extra one through. There's a demo early on to Seamertz. Seamertz, the man of the show for Nova here in game number 1. A shot comes in from Altor, though. He has something to say about that. The LVC, though, with possession. Magar's looking to make a play. Gets a double commit out of it. And now that ball's going to fly mid. Altor has to make something happen, and he does. Maybe able to get a shot off, too, if he gets control, but making it just a bit of an awkward play. Tries to pass it out mid to Seamertz, who barely gets beat to the ball. Magar's up to Frenchie. Will connect, but he gets blocked. Faithful going to have to shoot off the crossbar. LVC with an opportunity early, but it's going to be a crossbar touch, or crossbar hit. That's actually another opportunity, wide open net. Missed touch from Gwip. Going to lead to the LVC goal. Magar's throwing it off the backboard, and Gwip just letting it go straight down. Maybe looking for a bit of a stronger one there. And it'll be Frenchie to put it through the back of the net. Fake on the kickoff. Magar's over to Faithful. Tries to get it to Frenchie. Doesn't quite meet the task, but still Frenchie might get a pass out. Not going to get there. I believe there's a demo somewhere in that sequence as well. Might have been on the Faithful there. Ruined the play. LVC, though, looking much faster paced. They're really taking it to Nova, seeing if they can keep up with their pacing, and so far it's not looking as good as it did last map. But anything can change, and that's could be part of it. Demo comes in, and that's wide open. Magar's a bit frustrated with that one. So he gets demoed in net, and that leaves it wide open. We saw last game, only 1 demo for the side of Nova, and that was all they needed. But again, 1 demo, that's all you need. Goal for Nova. But look at this, pass right into the midfield. Seamertz only puts it off the back wall, but no one from LVC in a position to take advantage. So it'll be Seamertz again looking for a solo, gets a bit bumped, trying to flick it around. Altor not able to get there. Now he just puts it off the corner. Bit of an awkward 50. Nova trying to rotate around, and they're looking a bit scattered at the moment. Bump comes in on the Seamertz. Altor around. Pass out midfield once more. Again, Frenchie sending it away. Double commit from Nova. Now LVC might have a chance offensively, but they need to get this ball out of their half. They want that opportunity. Faithful off the side wall. Not able to follow up, but here's Frenchie and Magar's looking to make something happen. It's a solid shot from Magar's. Throws it off the ceiling. Won't get blocked. Altor again carrying it out. Looking to make the play himself. Not going to go. Seamertz not going to reach either, but a shot from Gwip has an open net. Hits the crossbar. A couple of missed opportunities for both sides here. We've seen a few shots go straight off the top of that crossbar. That's not what you like to see on either side, especially in a game like this. I mean, Frenchie over to Magar's looking for the double. Almost gets there. Frenchie, though, has to follow it up. It'll be Seamertz again looking to carry out. He'll get bumped again. LVC doing a great job of adjusting and going for all the bumps they can onto Seamertz. this game. They saw how effective he was last time. Just looking to get that once again. That's actually on, off the ceiling. Ultor almost tosses one in. Frenchie launches it downfield. Ultor over Faithful. Frenchie again picking it up. Magar's down to Faithful. He can't catch it. So it'll be sent away by Gwip. How long can Nova sustain this though? We've seen how scary their attacks have been, but they need to get something to go their way here. And that might just be it. Gwip over to the midfield, tries to just throw it in himself, not going to be able to. So again, LVC looking to counter. 1 minute remaining. Faithful tosses it in the air. No one home. A minute left. Ultor leaving it for Seamertz. The man Nova wants in this situation. But for now, again, still just trying to get 2 consecutive touches. It's been all almost individual plays the whole game. A double commit for LVC might lead to a goal, and no, not just yet. Ultor launched it to the corner. It gets a bit scary, but LVC at least managed to survive for now. But again, they are looking strong. Nova still on the attack. Ultor looks for the devil, doesn't get to it. Here comes Gwip. Not going to get the 50. Now Magos has a chance to shoot. Frenchie following up, and that's a goal. The only player in net gets sent away. And LVC taking the lead with just 14 seconds left. That may just be very well what they needed. As you can see, the players still not satisfied. They know anything can happen in the last 10 seconds of this game. But looks good for right now. Almost gets the dunk. Faithful fakes out one, gets it over top of the second off the backboard. Just going to let this one hit the floor. Gwip tries to get a touchdown. Actually, he gets a bit off. Faithful just contesting. Ball is still in the air, still a chance. And LVC want to take this. They want to put on a statement goal, but ultimately, actually, no, it's Nova coming down for the counter. They may get this. No. Magars will deny it. That gets a bit close there at the end, but it'll be LVC tying up the series. And again, a very, very close game. Again, let's look at the demos. 8 from LVC and only 3 from Nova. We're seeing how aggressive LVC is getting in this series. And I think if they can continue having such a drastic disparity in how many demos they're getting, if they're good demos, not just demoing to demo, but consistent, solid demos that are meaningful, we will see LVC have more opportunities towards the back of the net. We are now heading into game number 3. LVC looking to put themselves up 2-1, but of course, I'd imagine Nova looking to do so as well. They've looked solid so far, but it'll be Frenchie leading things off for LVC. Not going to get a whole lot done. Ultor off the back of his car, and that's going to be in. What a touch from Ultor. Has, I think, 20 boosts to work with in that spot. Actually 100, but still, that is a very impressive goal. Magars does not get there. What a phenomenal play from Ultor. He just managed to get the angle, and that's going to work. Nova again up 1-0. For how long are they up 1-0? LVC already on the counter, just throttling shots down. Magars trying to toss it over to Faithful, but to be quick there. Frenchie mistouched, another mistouch for LVC. Seamertz, though, doing the same thing. He has 0 boost and doesn't have the chance to capitalize on that opportunity. LVC looking a bit confused right now, but they're managing to make it work. Somehow that hasn't led to a goal for either team. A bit awkward, but either way, we'll go again. Magar's now going to launch downfield. Going to be over to Faithful. In the end, it'll be Frenchie putting it top mid. Magar's just trying to maybe toss it from behind, but certainly not much you can do in that situation. It'll be Gwip tossing it downfield for Nova. Faithful at least has the chance to carry. He'll be able to take that one all the way over to the side wall. Frenchie manages to launch it down to Faithful. He might be able to shoot this. Actually going to pass it to Magars, and it will be blocked. And Seamart's going to have the open opportunity, but leaves it for Ultor. That's 2 on the game for Ultor. And again, Nova taking a lead. Nova showing that they are not to be taken lightly. Now from Faithful. The time will be bought for Nova. Another demo comes in on the Gwip. I believe that one comes from Frenchie. Magars toss it over to Frenchie. Back to Magars. Does get blocked. And Gwip just barely getting a touch there. Managed to keep it away from danger for a second. Again, a lot of passing plays from LVC. This is what we've seen them do all year long, and it's been the key to their success. But Nova, again, starting to shut it down. Faithful all the way up the backboard. Ultor managed to get it away. Now to be a one-on-one with Magars and Seamarts. Bit of a scary one to take if you're Magars, but certainly trusting your teammates to get all the way back downfield. Whip off the backboard for Ultor. Looking for the hat trick. Not just yet. Frenchie down to Magars. Shot on, and that's a missile to the back corner of the net. You're not going to be able to save that one. 90 miles an hour. Good luck. Regardless of where you're at, good luck saving that one. And it'll be LVC putting themselves back within 1. Demo from Gwip. On to Faithful. Shot gonna come in from Seamarts off the back, or off the top crossbar. Frenchie, bit of an awkward save, but nonetheless, still managed to get it. Now Seamarts looking for his teammates. Demo comes in, and Gwip extends the lead to 2 once more. Again, while Nova is not a very demo-heavy team, they are making sure their demos do count. And it'll again be Nova going up 2. LVC have not really had an answer for the aggressive plays of Nova. And maybe that was it there. Frenchie just tossing himself out. I believe that was Ultor. Well, it'll still be LVC looking to get something on the board here. They've not been able to do a whole lot against this Nova squad. Frenchie lobs it over to the wall. And a rough touch. That's going to lead to another goal. It'll be Ultor putting in his 3rd of the game. 4-1 for Nova. Nova looking like a god squad right now. They look phenomenal. LVC trying to get something going, but they have just not been able to this game. Ultor again off the backboard looking for a teammate, but to be Faithful sending it away. Again, big touches for both teams here. But LVC need to start working towards those passing plays once again. Need to find some control, find some balance here. They don't have a lot of time left in game number 3. And Ultor gonna get another opportunity, gonna toss this one out to Seamarts. Perfect pass, but he's actually gonna end up blocking Seamarts. He boxes him out. Won't be a shot on. Whip tossed it out mid again. Faithful able to get the save. But what we saw LVC doing early, we saw them pressing so heavily upfield, and since then it's really just been all Nova. They've been doing just that on their offensive half. They managed to get out of that defensive break, and they've been capitalizing ever since. 30 seconds left, and it's a 3-goal deficit. Nova gonna look to go up to 2-1. And LVC again just gonna be playing off the back foot. Nova looking like the more complete squad at this current moment in time. Seamarts with a bit of an awkward touch, but knows he doesn't really need it. And that'll be game number 3. Nova coming in and putting 4 on the scoreboard. LVC going to call their timeout. And you can see there on the scoreboard here, it'll be 4-1 for Nova, but they are running into challenges every single opportunity that they get. They want to make things scrappy. They want to keep the ball away from LVC as much as they can, keep the plays to a minimum. Again, a lot of these teams in this division know exactly how LVC want to play. They want to just get those passes downfield. They want to find each other in the midfield and connect up. But if you can manage to block those first touches into those next passes, it ultimately will be a game winner if you can do that consistently. But we've seen so many teams run into the issue of not being able to stop these passes regardless of how they come through. The individual talent on this LVC roster has elevated their play so much more, but we'll have to see if LVC can find a way to bounce back. Nova, so far, their pressing has just been phenomenal, and they are just going for every single ball, regardless if it's advantageous for them or not to go for it. That's really what they've been managing to do well, and it's what's giving them the game right now. We will see what happens, though, here in game number 4. LVC again playing down by 1. Chances for both squads here. Nova could go to series point, and LVC could at least go to tie this one up if they manage to take it, but it's going to be a tough one. We've seen how aggressive Nova has tried to be, and realistically, that's really all they need to do. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, and Seamertz has been the man, even though it was Ultor putting 3 on the board for Nova that last game. It was really Seamertz again, still setting up plays for the side of Nova, managing to get his way through. But we'll have to see, as I thought we were coming out of the timeout a bit earlier than we actually were. But trust, we are going to come out of the timeout here soon, as I believe it's only I think it's 2 or 3 minutes. But as you can see, it doesn't even matter. We are into the game once again. Look at this, Magar's gonna have a chance early, has 100 boost to work with, and has the ball put right into his lap. Although, it'll be Ultor again, looking for Seamer. It's actually just gonna take it himself. Almost managed to put one through again. We've seen a lot of quick opportunities for the side of Nova as well. They've been managing to take their games early, or take their goals early. They've started up 1-0 in 2 of these 3 games. Can they do it again here in game number 4? So far, though, LVC looking like they have a bit of a different game plan. Magar's over to Faithful downfield, and that's exactly what LVC needed, both coming out of the timeout and coming into this series. They need to catch Nova off guard on those counterattacks. They need to get the ball downfield quickly. And if they can manage to do that, catch Nova out of rotation, that is what will win them the game. It'll be Ultor, though, taking a shot, and he slots it top right. Nova with an immediate response. The kickoff, solid from Gwip. Actually, sorry, Seamertz. Going to give that play once again, the catalyst of the roster. Going to put things into their hands. Setting up every single play for the side of Nova. We're seeing this man go on a mission. Ultor not going to get the touch there, and now it's Gwip just going to have to back on down. Looking for this touch in the air, at least kind of contest Magar's, but still LVC in a good spot for a possession. Gwip just barely extending to that touch. And Magar's puts it on a net. A bit slow, but still pressuring the net. A bit of a scary touch from Frenchie, although it'll lead to another counterattack. LVC again looking to catch Nova off guard. Although they managed to hold it well. And now Ultor looking for a solo. Not gonna get it. Seamertz has to back away. Trying to find a way to contest, and he will not. Magar's trying to launch it downfield to Frenchie, but we'll have to wait. Ultor leaves it for Seamertz, looking for a bump. Faithful, last guy in net, does get there. Whip looking for another bump. Ultor just trying to get a touch on net. Save from Faithful. Somehow finds a way back to the ball. Ultor, though, looking for the double, gets it out. Bump comes in, double not through, but the follow is Seamertz. Seeing what LVC can do and saying, I'll do you one better. Off the backboard, off the wall. Seamertz putting it through. Close it off. As Nova taking a 2-1 lead. Magar's going for the bump, leaves the ball for Faithful, looking for the double touch. He gets it off to the side wall. Frenchie passes it up to Magars. May look just to go for it himself. Reset not going to be able to get the time for it. And again, Nova, regardless if the touch matters to them whatsoever or not, they're just going for it, making it just that much scrappier for LVC. Ultor almost puts that through. Look at this, LVC have a chance. Faithful tries to put it on net, not going to get it. That somehow almost goes too for Magars. LVC, again, finding ways to break down the defense in Nova, but not being able to fully realize it. Bump not going to come through, and now it'll be Frenchie having to play on the back foot. Magars at least behind him. Gets the reset. It's going to be a double commit for Nova. Is there anyone in the midfield for LVC? No. It's going to be a triple commit for Nova there. Again, midfield, Frenchie doesn't get there in time. Pass all the way out to Faithful, puts it towards the net. That's going to just be a slow roller. Faithful, a bit surprised there it goes in, but regardless, it manages to roll on through. Ultor doesn't get there in time, and that's the break LVC needed. There's now 2-2 scoreline. Maybe not the result many people expected. Faithful doesn't get the double. So LVC will have to find another way to get to the back of that net. Magars downfield, Faithful, Frenchie. Actually, Magars will be the one to take the shot. And that's the exact plays you're looking for if you're LVC. No one but those three players right there know who's getting the ball. And Nova not going to be given a single chance. Again, though, Nova has been showing that they have the capability of the exact same plays, but they need to pull that back out of their hats right now. Only a minute left in this game, and they're down by 1. Obviously looking at the timeout, or looking to get a game off their timeout. The demo comes through. The shot will not be taken, though. It's going to be Frenchie now downfield, looking to get it to the midfield, looking for someone, anybody on his team, but it'll just be Ultor for Nova. Seamertz getting it down. And Ultor just launching it towards net, not going to go. Now it's just 30 seconds left. Nova at least on the attack, but Seamertz's shot is blocked. Faithful going to deny it. Ultor again with a chance, going to need the solo. He's going to go for the reset, not going to be given a chance for the reset. Whip, though, gets the shot, and the demo comes in. 3-3, 14 seconds remains. Again, Nova just getting the offensive pressure at the perfect time. They've had a lot of really solid kickoffs, too. This could be scary for LVC. And Magar's not in position to get the touch, so he's going to have to be careful. Launches it out, but it'll be Ultor there. 50. There's a couple seconds left. Whip has a chance to shoot, and it'll go in! 1 second left, and LVC are stunned at that one. Nova, unless a miracle happens, it'll be them going to series point. somehow Nova managed to get it through, and it'll be a quick touch for Nova. They are up 3-1 in this series, and they could send LVC home early. But again, this is a best of 7, so there's at least a chance. We've seen 3-1 leads be tossed to the wayside before. And even with 6 saves on the side of LVC, it is not enough to give them the game. It'll have to be 3 straight game wins for LVC if they want to take this series and put themselves in the final. And this is not looking good. If you are the number 1 seed here in LVC. Be a pass all the way downfield for Magars. Looking to find a player open early. The only person that's going to be here, though, is Seamertz. Might get the reset. Just not going to go for it. Altor does, though. Again, Altor keeping it so scrappy. These Nova players are not playing as what you'd really expect from most Rocket League teams. They just have some weird aggression about them, and LVC have not been able to figure it out. Pinch comes in. It's not going to hit the ceiling, but it'll go to Gwip, and he misses the shot. Looking for bumps. Double will not be open for Seamertz. Altor does get the shot on, though, and again, Nova throwing the ball at the net, and eventually it sticks. Nova came to play today, and this is a disaster of a situation if you're LVC. You have a lot of time to make things up, but you're already down 3-1. You don't want to make it harder on yourself than it already is. Altor out mid. Bump doesn't go. Whip down to Seamertz. Not a clean shot. Demo comes through for Gwip. Pass all the way out. Actually, no, that's a shot, and Altor slams it through. And this is looking like, I know there's 3 minutes, 55 seconds left, but man, it's looking like it might be over already. And this is not what you want to see if you're LVC. Undefeated on the season, and here you see yourself down to Nova. And that's going to be a third. Piling it on. Oh, horrendous kickoff. Going to go straight to Gwip, and that's a free touch into the back of the net. And this is not looking any bit ideal. Winner of this game likely going to go on to play West Virginia. And you need to be in your final form if you want to take on West Virginia. Nova might just be at that. The only team that was able to take more than a map off of West Virginia was LVC, who won that series. But in the end, it really doesn't matter, especially in playoffs. It's one and done. Now LVC are down to 3 in Game 5. This is looking painful if you are LVC. Come off that loss to Alvernia in the semifinals of the Appalachian Final, but Frenchie finally getting something back. Still 3 minutes left, and LVC at least have life here. They're going to need to keep finding openings. It's not been clean so far. But if they get this, if they manage to take this game, certainly if you're Nova, you're a bit worried going into the next game. You would have just blown a 3-0 lead in the game. Faithful down to Magars. Contest from Gwip, just barely managed to get there. We've seen a lot of those contests this entire series, just barely extending the car far enough to get a contest. That's been the key to success for Nova. Again, they're not getting a lot of good touches. I will admit, a lot of their touches are not great, but they are at least making something happen on the field and keeping the ball away from LVC. Altor carrying it back to his corner. Now looking to go from coast to coast. Gets bumped by Seamertz to put some extra power on it. Not going to go. Whip, though, with another shot on net. Frenchie gets the save. Hagar's with a tough touch there. Faithful has to leave it just to make sure that there's a man back in net. Voltor, though, gets it over him. That's a shot. That's a goal. 3-goal lead again. And this is looking like it'll be a Nova series win and a Nova finals appearance. Unless something magical comes out of the side of LVC. But it has not looked even close this game pretty much the entire time. Frenchie launches it downfield. Voltor is here. Still carrying it out. Frenchie, though, trying to block him out. Doesn't matter. Gets the pass to Seamertz. Hagar's at least intercepts, but with a minute and 40 remaining, this very well could almost be over at this point in time. How Nova has looked, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less. Reset from Voltor. Not going to go through, but really just taking as much time off the clock as they can at this point. They don't even really need another goal. They just need to keep LVC away from the ball. That might actually go in, though. Frenchie doesn't get the double. You cannot be having that happen in this situation. After that, I mean, certainly just about checked if you weren't already. And this just vague attempt to take it back, but to be quite honest, it's just not going to happen. Pass over to Magars will not go. And two very tough losses for LVC here. The Appalachian Conference land. They fall in the semifinals to Alvernia. Don't even get a chance to make that final against Arcadia. And here, falling again in semifinals. As Magars and Frenchie at least get one back. 23 seconds left. Not the end of the world, but certainly don't have much time left to get things going. Don't want another semifinal loss if you're LVC. Just a curse at this point. Magars, solo play, looking for the reset, doesn't get to it. Frenchie, though, gonna take a pass down to Faithful, doesn't go. That could have been the chance to at least put it within one. That will be it. LVC gonna fall in the semifinals again, this time to Nova. And that will do it. A 4-1 victory for Nova. Not even making it close in game 4. And that will be the game. We'll see Nova move on to the finals. They will not know who they play until Friday, I believe. That's when these games are scheduled. So they'll either play West Virginia or RMU. My guess would be West Virginia, but obviously that could end up differently. But you never know. So that will do things here for us tonight. Rocket League will still have nationals to look forward to, so we will have that tournament after the finals that occurs next week. But we will have just one more matchup this week, and next week, if Rainbow Six manages to win tomorrow when they take on Nova, they also take on Nova, interestingly enough. But if Rainbow Six manages to win there, then they will play in the finals next week. But that will do things for us tonight. We will catch you guys back here tomorrow night for Rainbow Six taking on Nova in the semifinals of the NECC Challengers East Conference. We'll see you then.